new interview with NBC, Jay-Z's lawyer Alex Spiro spoke about the relationship between the two moguls. From images of them together at many events to how they highly spoke about each other, one may think that a close bond exists between Jay and Puff. However, according to Spiro, the two have never shared a real friendship or long-time bond.
Jay-Z immediately reacted when Diddy greeted Beyonce with a hand on her shoulder. Jay-Z appeared instantly, stepping in without hesitation. This moment happened during the Roc Nation brunch back in 2018. Looking back now, many people question why the NFL continued backing partnerships amid growing media confusion. Some believe financial interests played a role in maintaining that support, even as questions quietly piled up.
Because now Jay is saying, yo, this not my man, which is kind of weird.
Right. They're saying
you see him at mad parties together, but look at it, right? Really think about it. Did he only go to them, to what's that? He have his brunch, he be having, right?
The Roc Nation brunch.
Did he go to that? You
Yeah.
see Diddy go to that?
Yeah.
And Jay, and then Diddy will have an all-white party and Jay go to that.
Jay goes to that.
So it's like the same parties they go to.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020.
Jaguar described a strange moment where young children suddenly appeared nearby. She said she ended up seated next to one of them, with the child positioned beside Beyonce. According to her account, she overheard Beyonce make a comment about something looking sexy, which raised concerns for those listening. Jaguar emphasized that when public figures are treated as untouchable, people stop questioning behavior. She argued this is not about race, but about wealth and power dynamics. When admiration turns into worship, accountability disappears, and that creates long-term problems. 50 Cent has continued applying pressure on the Carters, refusing to back down. He has suggested that if authorities had serious evidence on Diddy, they may also possess damaging information related to Jay-Z. Beyonce's name has also begun circulating in discussions, with allegations growing more serious.
If she is beyond reproach to you, you're worshiping her. When y'all put these people on these pedestals and not recognizing the worship that you're giving them, it sets you up for problems in the future. It is not white versus black, y'all. It is rich versus poor.
This has led many to ask whether investigations could eventually reach Roc Nation as well. People are questioning how deep these connections run and what exactly 50 Cent is implying. He has hinted that Beyonce may have been aware of events happening behind the scenes. A lawsuit alleges that an individual was forced to appear masked in a room where Jay-Z and Beyonce were present. According to the complaint, Beyonce allegedly questioned why the person was there. These claims remain allegations and have not been proven in court. The long-standing tension between 50 Cent and Jay-Z adds another layer. Their history of subliminal exchanges goes back decades. But 50 has become increasingly vocal since Diddy's legal troubles escalated. The timing of 50 releasing the documentary just days before Jay-Z's birthday was widely seen as intentional. Many viewers felt the documentary hinted that Jay-Z's story has not been fully told yet. Social media reactions fueled speculation. Some users suggested Jay-Z's involvement could be more complex than Diddy's. Others questioned Beyonce's long silence over the years.
And this is the extended family. You've been there with me through my ups and downs. Yes, sir. Whenever I get in trouble, this is the one I call. It's my strategist right here. This is my brother. It's B.I.G.'s brother. Yes, sir. This Brooklyn's own Brooklyn. So I appreciate you. He came 5,000 miles away to come here to Brooklyn to represent the B.I.G.
Nice.
I mean, all over the world, people have been talking. I don't know if the twins, Beyonce and Jay.
Yeah.
I know that you are pretty close to them.
Yes.
I wonder, have you been able to reach out? Have you been able to say anything to them?
Definitely. It's a big moment for like our whole.
As public attention shifted, 50 highlighted an existing lawsuit involving a man who claimed he was harmed at one of Diddy's gatherings, and that Beyonce allegedly saw him beforehand. According to court documents, the accuser stated his drink was tampered with before being transported to a property on Star Island in Miami during a birthday celebration in 2015. He claimed events began at another residence, where one person attempted to seek medical help but was stopped. He also alleged encountering other high-profile individuals before being taken to Diddy's home.
You gotta go back now and say, why was the NFL continuing to support? With all the confusion going on in the media.
And maybe it's all of that found money right there.
The lawsuit further claims he later found himself in a room with Jay-Z and Beyonce. According to the filing, someone explained his presence as punishment meant to intimidate. The complaint describes humiliating treatment that followed. These allegations are detailed in court filings but remain unproven. Jay-Z's attorney responded quickly, stating Jay-Z was not present in Miami at the time. However, the response addressed only Jay-Z and did not reference Beyonce, which sparked additional online discussion. Attention then turned to comments made by former NFL player Larry Johnson, who described attending an earlier gathering hosted by the Carters. He claimed he felt uncomfortable with the environment and remarks made that night. All of these claims remain allegations, but the volume of stories has intensified scrutiny. As more people speak publicly, questions continue mounting about what remains hidden and who may eventually be forced to respond.
And then out of nowhere came these young children. I don't know where they came from. And I sat next to this child, and the child sat next to Beyonce. So I hear B say something about, "Doesn't this look sexy?"
He explained that the gathering initially appeared to be a standard adult event. Everyone present was grown, and the environment felt controlled. He recalled one teenage girl briefly being there earlier in the evening, accompanied by her mother, and leaving due to school obligations. According to his account, that situation did not raise alarms because supervision was present. Once the night progressed, music played louder, drinks were flowing, and adults began dancing. That was when something unexpected happened. He said that later in the night, additional young individuals appeared, and he could not understand why minors would be present during a late-night adult gathering. Loud music, alcohol, and dancing were already underway. He described sitting down to take a break and realizing he was seated beside a child with Beyonce nearby. He recalled overhearing a comment that made him uncomfortable at the time, though he admitted he did not fully process it then. He said alcohol influenced his judgment and he eventually decided to leave. What troubled him most afterward was that the young individuals remained as he exited. He stated that regardless of intent, minors being present in that environment was alarming. Questions later arose about how Larry Johnson had access to such spaces. At one point, he and Jay-Z were reportedly close. That relationship ended suddenly, with Jay cutting off contact entirely. Some believe the fallout happened after Larry began sharing controversial ideas online. Despite that, public records and images showed they were once frequently together. Insiders speculated about the depth of their relationship, but those remain rumors. Jay-Z has been accused of distancing himself from people when controversy arises. This pattern resurfaced during a lawsuit involving anonymous claims when Jay's attorney quickly denied any close relationship between Jay and Diddy. In an interview, the lawyer stated the two were never real friends, despite years of public appearances together. That explanation raised skepticism among observers. Diddy himself has referred to Jay-Z as extended family, someone he relies on during difficult moments. He described Jay as a strategist and brother. There are also clips showing Jay prioritizing Diddy's events over personal commitments, which many view as evidence of closeness. These moments contradict later claims that no friendship existed. 50 Cent amplified that contradiction publicly. After authorities searched Diddy's properties, 50 posted images implying Jay had gone silent. He joked about Jay being unreachable and suggested his absence was intentional. Tony Yayo later echoed those sentiments, questioning how quickly Jay appeared to rewrite history. The contrast between past loyalty and present denial continues to fuel speculation. Many people watching this unfold feel the timeline does not align. When public statements clash with years of visible association, questions naturally follow, and those unanswered questions continue to keep public attention firmly locked. People started asking a simple question: did Jay-Z only attend certain events, or was it deeper than that? He hosted the Rock Nation brunch and Diddy showed up. Then Diddy hosted his all-white parties and Jay-Z attended those as well. The same circles, the same gatherings over and over again. According to critics, that pattern is hard to ignore. These were not random appearances, these were consistent, shared social spaces. And some people say don't overlook Beyonce in all of this either. There are old clips where someone recalled first meeting her at Diddy's house in Los Angeles. That moment was described as happening in early 2020. Beyond that, there is documented footage of Beyonce attending Diddy's events, along with interviews where Diddy openly spoke about how close he was to her and her family. He never described himself as just a guest. He consistently framed himself as part of their inner circle. When Jay-Z and Beyonce welcomed their twins in 2017, Diddy publicly commented on it. He described the moment as meaningful not just for them, but for the entire group around them. He spoke as someone emotionally invested, as someone who felt included. That language stood out to many people watching from the outside. So now the conversation shifts. How much did Beyonce really know about what was happening around Diddy? Was she simply present without awareness, or was there more understanding than she has acknowledged publicly? These are questions people keep asking because silence leaves space for speculation. The bigger picture here is control, not coincidence. These circles don't overlap by accident. Power moves in rooms before it ever moves in public, and the same names keep appearing because access is currency. When the same people attend the same private events for years, relationships form that don't show up on paper. That's how influence stays protected. What makes this moment different is timing. Diddy's legal collapse cracked a door that was never supposed to open. Once that door moved, everyone connected to the inner circle started repositioning. Statements changed, silence increased. Old friendships suddenly became never that close. That behavior alone raises questions. The industry has always relied on selective memory. When things are good, everyone claims family. When consequences arrive, connections disappear overnight. That pattern isn't new, but it's finally being noticed by the public. And once people start comparing footage, interviews, and timelines, the contradictions become impossible to ignore. This isn't about proving guilt in a comment section. It's about recognizing how narratives are shaped and who benefits from them. The real story isn't just who did what, but who was protected, who stayed silent, and who had the power to make uncomfortable truths vanish. And now that the spotlight is shifting, the question isn't whether more names will surface. It's how many people knew this moment was coming and prepared for it long ago. What do you think about this connection and the long history behind it? Share your thoughts below and don't miss what comes next.